And Israel's Haaretz says the Israeli military shot down a Syrian fighter jet that infiltrated Israeli airspace. The jet was reportedly flying over the Golan Heights this morning. It was intercepted by Patriot air-to-ground missile. The plane's crew parachuted into Syrian territory. This incident was not connected to the U.S. airstrikes in Syria.
Well, Israel supports the United States' action. There was concern in the beginning that possibly the U.S. Would be making a deal with the devil, quote unquote, with Iran, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore in terms of the fight and just the overall conflict. Israel's greatest threat has been Iran. So Israel supports this. One footnote on all this, Martha, is that earlier today, Israel shot down a Syrian fighter jet that strayed into Israeli airspace. Now, Syria's government has been battling anti-Syrian rebel forces along the Israeli border for several weeks now. So it doesn't look like this has anything to do with the U.S. airstrikes. Again, that the jet straight into Israeli airspace. Look, there's been stray fire. Also, Israel shot down a Syrian drone. So just to make that point clear, Martha.
All of these actions extremely sensitive in an extremely sensitive area and situation right now. John, thank you very much. John Huddy in Jerusalem.
There was another story that broke overnight, too. Israeli military say they have shot down a Syrian aircraft that was said to be trying to infiltrate Israeli airspace. It's around the Golan Heights, northeastern part of Israel. How significant? What do we know about that, Captain?
Well, the town where that bombing took place, where the Syrian aircraft was bombing, is about a mile from the border on the Golan Heights. So if that guy rolled in from the east to drop his bomb and then pulled off to the west, there's no way he could have avoided flying into Israeli airspace. If he flew from the north and came off target, he's flying into Israeli airspace. So you got to be careful when you're planning things. For his part, he learned the lesson the hard way. But here's the other thing. When you've got this much activity going on in an area, you can't help but have it bleed over borders. And that's what we're going to have to watch. The Turks are catching leakers. There are people coming in. All this stuff about where was Turkey? Turkey's going to have to be in this because this war will move north. And when it does, it's going to cross the Turkish border.
Well, as you well point out, the geography is intimate, and we'll keep that in mind.